This is the product image beautifier. First of all, why did I build this workflow? We all know that product photography is very expensive and time consuming. Bad product images usually reduce trust and conversions. I'm pretty sure they know that most of the businesses that usually treat those types of products, e-commerce, usually suffer with that shit. And small brands don't have access to studio setups. Local businesses, real estate agencies, they always want studio perfect features, but they do not have the means to go in and pay lots of money. So the automated approach, I created the system, an app where you upload a product image, then AI enhances the image, and you get a clean studio-like result. And the tool used, we have the N8N tool for the workflow automation, of course, then the Fall AI, which will be a platform that it will require, I think $10 will get you started in the app. I'll probably suggest you to add in that amount of money. And then Bolt.new, which is an app, which is a software that is designed to use AI based on prompts to create apps or websites, which will be used to create the app. Without further ado, I'll just be showing you the quick demo on how the system works, and then we can set up the system in and of itself. Take care. To start off building the workflow out, we first need to add our first step. Let's create the new document within N8N. Go through the N8N dashboard here. Then you get started, you click sign in or get started if you haven't already created your account. And then you go here and you put it at first step. We're going to write webhook because we want to trigger the webhook from our existing app. So it will then get us the image of the product and then do all the enhancements and then resend that over within the website itself, the app that we are building within Bolt.new. So we put here webhook, then we put it post, and now we have this URL that we're now going to copy. Just click once and then it will simply copy and it will be used afterwards in the ChatGPT when we're creating the prompt to use within Bolt. So we go here, following webhook URL. Here you put it like this because I went on and created a random prompt where I said that I want to build an app with Bolt.new where users can upload images of products and then it will use AI to generate studio-like shots of these products, simple and clear. Alright, create me a prompt to use within Bolt.new in Markdown formatting, easy to copy and paste. I put it in Markdown formatting because it's far easier for me to directly go in to the workflow and then paste it in and it will all start building smoothly. You do this, the design must be black and green themed with the sensation font in it. Let me just click on enter. Then we should be able to have the prompt ready for use within the Bolt.new app. The prompt is already generated here. One thing that I would like to add is that it will be receiving an N8N binary file as a webhook response, so that we do not have to upload this file within Superbase, which I'm going to show you how you can create your custom bucket and then you can upload files easily. So just for to make our lives easier. So rewrite from in Markdown. It went on and generated exactly what I wanted. Here all the single things explicitly clear. Now I'm just going ahead and copying all those things and pasting all those things within the Bolt software, and then we can start creating the app that we'll be using to host these functions that we truly desire to host. As you see, the app is already created, looking beautiful, my man or woman. So let's go here and write the app name. So we're going to write image beautifier app. I'd say better because I've already built one. But yeah. So here it will automatically save, and then since we have this webhook ready, we're now going to conduct a test where we will upload an image within the app, and then this will be receiving a new image where we can then proceed with Fall AI. We can upload the image to Supabase and get all the information so that then we can finally get it all down and start enhancing the quality of the images. So let me just click on execute workflow. See, I've already run. The workbook has already retrieved us with the information that we need, and now we're going to create an HTTP request where we will, as you see the image perfect, we will then upload it to the Supabase bucket. So I went on and copied the HTTP request from another workflow since I had already have it. So I'm just going to explain that here you can also ask on ChatGPT how is the endpoint for an HTTP request to upload files to the Supabase buckets that you have initially created from following the steps that I've initially showed you before. So here you have to put in your API key, your authorization, and then your NARN binary file. It's all green, so everything is working. So we should be able to then, we have to pin this so that the image that we uploaded does not get erased and we now have to upload another image, which is just time wasting. So I'm just going to click execute workflow. There you go. Then we'll have to add the new HTTP request node because this will be one that we will use to Fall AI. Fall AI is a platform that allows us to do image generation, video editing, all sorts of videos, so that then you can have all the things that you want via API easily and flawlessly. So we'll go now for File AI, and when you search file.ai, you'll be presented with this interface where you can click get started or log in if you have already created your account. You'll be presented with this interface where you have budget. I suggest you put in $5 or $10. That will be enough for you to generate 1,000 or a bunch of images, videos in any single regard. So now, as we want to enhance an image, we now have to search here. Image. Here, generate image with image editing. You go here and then you can write professional photo enhancement. We can use the one that we just saw here, professional photo, generate image with image editing. So you go here, then the part that is most important, as you see here, an image that was crowded, then it managed to be turned into an image where it seems like you're just in a studio taking a photo. That's fucking G. So now we go for the APIs. We want here to have the API keys. So for the API keys, we usually go, first I'll show you the HTTP request in and of itself. So here you have the URL. This will be the URL that you will paste within the part in RRN that says, when we go here, HTTP, this will be the URL, and then I'll be showing you after I copy the node, how it's all set up, because I've already set this thing up, so it might be easier for me to show you just how to do it, and then you can flawlessly go in and change all things. You see here, I'm just going to show you what's contained within. So I'll be showing you how you can create an API using Fall AI, but here's the URL that you paste in from Fall AI as I already explained you. Then you have the content type. These are the fields that you have to put. So you trigger the send headers node, the send headers option. Then you have the content type, application JSON, send body, where you have the JSON formatting, and then using fields below. And when you have the image within the Supabase, just ask ChatGPT how you can get the public URL, because every single image that is uploaded to your buckets, it will then have a public URL, and it's all basically the same formatting, where you have your project URL, then storage, then the thing v1, then the thing object, and then public, and your JSON key, which is this variable contained within your package. So just ask ChatGPT how the public URL stay within the the Supabase interface when you were wanting to make a request of AI. It's all a matter of just knowing how to use ChatGPT and prompting every single thing that you want. AI is easy, guys, literally. So, alright, you now have this. I'm going to show you how you can create an API key. I'm soon going to erase this API key, so yeah. So you have to go for your home page, and then you put in manage API keys here. How? Then here you can create a new key, add key. I'm just not going to show you because it might get me exposed, but I'll be creating one of my own and then pasting in, and you'll get to see the rest. I created my API key, but one thing that you have to notice when we are about to create the authorization, the enter auth, we'll have to put the authorization and then key, file key. File key is the one that you created, but we have to put in key first and then backspace, space, and then you can put the file key. So we're back here in RRN, so we create a new credential, we put file.ai. This allows us to always have the Fall AI key whenever we want to send an HTTP request to Fall AI. That's why we create the header auth automatically, so we do not have to reset the API key over and over again. So here you write authorization, as we saw within the request, and then here we write key, space, very important, then we paste in the API key, and now we click on save. Good, everything set up, perfect. As you can see here within the request, here we have the authorization and then key, file key. Everything's smooth. So alright, we can proceed. Now we will have to add a wait node. A wait node is a node that we use generally for make the information wait a certain amount of seconds, so that if the process is not done, it can go on and route itself in the fallback option until it's finally completed. So here we then check the status. Whenever we want to check the status, we want to also put in the header auth. Here we just put the get, and when we run this HTTP request, let me just run this one. Perfect. And then the wait option, it will be around 5 seconds. You'll get to see what I mean on what this node receives. So here we click open. Then here we have the response URL, the status URL, the console URL. So status in queue, it means that so it's processing the information. But when we want to check the status, if it's in queue or it's completed, we have to drag the status URL here, and then we paste it here, because it will allow us, and we'll put in a get request. Whenever we want a get request, get means to receive. We want to receive the status URL information, and since it's a public URL, you'll eventually receive the status request with all the information that you need. So here we can run this. Perfect. and then we have to add a new switch node. So here we had an HTTP request, and then we just search here switch, and then you add it. And switch allows us to have certain numbers of conditions that will be correspondent to what is expected of us. So whenever status this variable is completed, this right in this way completed in all the letters uppercase, it will then go on and paste the information into the get feature, which I'll be showing you afterwards. So since the information is already completed, so if an extra output is put it, I'll say that the status is in queue, it will then be on a fallback, and it will have to wait again and check the status until the information of the status is completed. So here I'm just going to run this and then complete it. Perfect. So here we then have to add a new HTTP request node where we want to get the response URL. The response URL is this one. Since the image is already generated, we can click on the information. Perfect. And now we want to download the picture that we received. As we receive the images here, we want to drag this variable here and then get this image, which will allow us to get the image in raw ARN file that we then can paste it. We can then send it via webhook response to our app. So here we want to put in webhook respond to webhook. Perfect. And here we want to put in the ARN binary file. Specify myself. So here the name is data. We want to also put this data here, and all the things are already set up within the app. I can go on and unpin this. And also here, very important, the respond must be using the respond to webhook node, because we want to retrieve certain numbers, certain informations to the app after it processes everything. So here we put the respond to webhook node, and we're ready to start running the whole workflow. So let me go ahead and click execute workflow. As you see, it all worked perfectly. So that's it for me. I think everything was pretty clear and explained. So if you need any help or you want more automations like this built where you can have amazing apps that really make differences on your business, or you can help clients with your business, with their businesses, in order for them to enhance their images, just comment below, I want this, I want that, and we can see how we can schedule everything up. And yeah, please like, subscribe, and comment. Leave a comment below. It helps the channel grow, and see you in the next one. Take care.